It's the rematch everybody has been waiting for. Will Patrick Mahomes finally get to touch the ball, Evan? Patriots versus Chiefs right here on Sunday. I'm Alex Barth. He's Evan Lazar.
I can't confirm he's going to touch the ball on Sunday. Can't confirm.
This is Patriots Press Pass, brought to you by betonline.ag. Visit their website. Use the promo code CLNS50 for a 50% welcome bonus. Again, that's betonline.ag. Evan, it's a rematch.
Yeah.
It's only, 10 months removed from the last meeting, 11
January.
months removed between the Patriots and the Chiefs. But a lot has changed on both sides. Let's start with the Chiefs, specifically on defense. What is new about the Chiefs defense? Because I don't think there's a consensus if they're better or worse.
Well, there's a consensus that they're better, but I know that we're going to argue about this week.
Sure.
Everything has changed about the Chiefs defense schematically. A lot of the same players, Chris Jones, you can see a lot of the same faces, but Bob Sutton's scheme was out of the Rex Ryan coaching tree. He ran more of a 3-4 man pressure type of look. This is a completely different new look under Steve Spagnuolo. They're running a 4-3. They're running a lot more zone pressure. They did play a lot of good man coverage against Oakland, but it's a heavy zone scheme. It's a 4-3 scheme, and it could not be more different than what the Patriots faced schematically out of Bob Sutton's group in January and, of course, earlier in the season, the first matchup in the regular season. So a completely new revamped schematic decisions by the Kansas City defense. I think Spagnuolo has them playing better ball. They're 14th right now in Football Outsiders DVOA metric. They were in the 20s last year, so they're playing a little bit better football. They have Juan Thornhill, the rookie in the secondary, also is a player that I really like, a safety at an interception. I think it was a pick 6 last week against Oakland. So a lot different on defense. They couldn't really be more polar opposite from the scheme that they played in January.
And the scheme's all well and good, but they added Tyrann Mathieu. You mentioned Thornhill. Their corners are still a liability.
Their corners are the weak point of their team.
I think they're still undisciplined up front to an extent. I would not call this, you break down, even with what the Patriots offense has done recently, you break down the 4 units in this game. Patriots offense, Patriots defense, Chiefs offense, Chiefs defense. The Chiefs defense is the weakest of those 4 units in this game.
Not right now. They're not playing like it right now. They might be big picture wise when you look at, from the bird's eye view and you look at the rosters, you look at the composition, you look at the numbers throughout the course of the entire season. I'd probably say the Patriots offense is a little bit better than the Chiefs defense, but the way that they're playing right now, Tom Brady, since the bye week, the numbers are not good, Alex. They're really not. It's a 51 completion percentage rate. He's averaging 5.6 yards per attempt over the last 3 games. 5.6. Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time. So over the last couple of weeks, I would say the Chiefs defense has really picked up some steam. They figured some stuff out. I'm very interested to see, though, out of Spagnuolo, how much game plan wrinkles does he have up his sleeve? How many new things can he throw at Tom Brady? How many different things? How many game plan specific stuff? Like Romeo Crennel, for example, he had a plan for Julian Edelman. He had a plan for James White. He had some planned scheme pressure that he ran at Tom Brady. Does Spagnuolo have that same ability, or is Brady going to see the same stuff he saw on tape all week on Sunday on the field? That might be the difference in the end.
Right, offensively for the Chiefs, it's been a step backwards. They're still good.
Yeah.
They are still good.
They've dealt with some injuries on that side of the ball.
You can't argue that they haven't taken a step backwards this year. However, they do have a new interesting piece Bill Belichick spoke about Wednesday morning in Mecole Hardman.
Yeah, Mecole Hardman is really a part of this motion movement here in the entire NFL, but really started in Kansas City and New England. Kansas City runs a ton of orbit motion, a ton of end-around type stuff. They're going to ghost it, where they fake the motion and then they just have the guy run through just to pull a defender out of a certain spot. And Andy Reid is fantastic at running those ghost motions where he knows the defender is going to be pulled out of a vacated area, and then he's going to run another player into that vacated area and really use that space to his advantage. All offensive coordinators, play designing, whether it's Josh McDaniels or Andy Reid, the number one key is always creating open pockets of space in the passing game for your receivers to operate in. Bubbles is what a lot of coordinators call it. Andy Reid is one of the best in the business at doing that. That's why guys like Tyreek Hill and Mecole Hardman are so dynamic in his offense, because he gets them into space one-on-one against guys, and guys just can't keep up.
So you look at it on the other side as well. We here in New England, we don't think of the Patriots as a changed team because we've been around them every day for the last 6 months.
Right.
But You go back to the last matchup with the Chiefs. Are there any changes with the Patriots that add a new angle, a new dimension to this matchup?
Well, a lot of that game against Kansas City in the AFC title game especially, they played a lot of 4-3. I mean, it was really a 4-2-5, but whatever you want to call it. 4 down defensive linemen. Now, obviously, they're playing more of a 3-4 or a 3-3-5 look, and it's completely different than what they were doing last season at this point. No Trey Flowers, of course, has kind of morphed this scheme into a different sort of look where we're going with bigger defensive linemen and a lot more linebackers on the field. So I think that there is some schematic differences. You know, it's the same system. It's not going to take Andy Reid by surprise. They're doing kind of the same stuff that they were last year, but it's a big difference in terms of how they're actually aligning people. So I think that that's going to be different. And really, for both teams, though, offense versus defense, this is the type of matchup that gets me giddy. It's what gets everybody excited. These are two of the best masterminds on their sides of the ball in the history of the league, two of the best innovators in the history of the league as well. So this is what it's all kind of building up to all season.
I think just to backtrack for a second here, one more thing for the Patriots that's changed. Last year, they had that power running game going. They were running behind James Devlin and Rob Gronkowski out of those I formations. That was huge against the Chiefs, right? That first drive, that opening drive of that AFC Championship game, just pounding the ball down the Chiefs' throat. That's not an option for them this time around.
It's not an option, but I would still expect the running game to be a pretty big part of this. The Chiefs, like I said, are more of a 4-3 team now. They run this 4-3 underfront a lot of the time. And there are a few different guard pull gap schemes that can really expose that. I think the Patriots will probably continue to run on Sunday. Don't be surprised, too, if the Patriots run the ball out of some lighter personnel looks in this game as well. Running out of 11, maybe running out of some shotgun handoff type situations, too. I think that those are all a possibility. I think you're 100% right. It's not going to be James Devlin, a fullback. Obviously, it's not going to be James Devlin. It's not going to be a Landon Roberts on the field for 20 snaps on Sunday, running the football down their throats. But I think you will see them come out and try to establish sort of a power mentality. I'm not going to say establish the run. I'm going to say a power mentality and kind of come out in some heavier personnel groupings, a lot like they did against Houston, and try to drive the ball down the field a little bit by running it and keeping it in the first quarter at least out of Patrick Mahomes' hands. Because if there's one thing that Andy Reid also does really well, it's that first 20-play script. He might be the best scripter in the entire league at getting his team to score on opening drives. So if you can possess the ball a little bit in the fourth quarter and eliminate kind of a fast start for Kansas City, that will go big.
All right, Patriots Chiefs week, here we are. Coverage all week up to and throughout the game on CLNSmedia.com and on Twitter at PatriotsCLNS. This edition of Patriots Press Pass has been brought to you by betonline.ag. Visit their website, use the promo code CLNS50 for a 50% welcome bonus. For Lazar, I'm Alex Barth from Gillette Stadium. Thanks for watching.